Hi, my name is Christina Marquin. This is assignment 7, the compass points video and my reflection. So some of the things that I found exciting about chapter 6 and about the video that we had to watch, and some of the things that I learned from this are the impact talking to babies and young children makes on them. As he said in the video, talking to and simply chit-chatting with children makes a huge impact on the amount of words that they hear by the time that they're 4 years old. Anywhere from 12 million to 50 million words, which is a huge difference, and the impact that this makes on the size of their vocabulary. I thought that was very exciting information and very interesting. Another thing that I thought was kind of exciting was business talk. I found it interesting that families tend to express the same amount of business talk, whether they talk a lot or they talk a little. The amount that they talk is typically around the same business talk percentage wise. So I thought that that was interesting. They didn't do more business talk when they talked more. It's just that the topics were different. I also found the diversity of the studies to be exciting. The fact that they had a large range. The range that they covered was anywhere from those on welfare to those who were professionals like doctors and lawyers. So I thought that that was pretty interesting and exciting to know that it wasn't just, one set of factors that determined it. It was, a different range, a wide variety of ethnic backgrounds and things like that. So I thought that that was exciting. I also found that the information on shared reading, shared book reading, and the fact that it's been called a vocabulary acquisition device was exciting, as well as the fact that reading has been linked to advances in children's emerging language and literacy skills. We all know that reading to children is important, and the fact that this just stresses that and stresses how important it is, I thought was exciting. Some of the worries that I had, what worried me is the different range of vocabulary in children as they enter the classroom, which is affected by their socioeconomic status. Children coming from families that don't talk as much, they might not talk as much chit-chat, might be behind other children's families who do talk more, and these other families that don't talk as much, their children are going to have limited vocabularies. So that's something that I found to be a little worrisome. I also worry about how children who do not hear as much chit-chat are affected emotionally. And that also connects with my needs. But I also find it worrisome that in regards to reading, mothers from non-white racial ethnic groups are less likely to read to their children daily. So I thought that that was a little worrisome, and we need to figure out a way to encourage reading through all ethnicities and diverse backgrounds to make sure that children are being read to frequently. Something that I need to find more information about, or that I would like to learn more information about, is the emotional consequences of children who experience more business talk. In the video, he discusses how children who come from families that talk more business talk and less chit-chat heard more negative talk and are told that they're wrong more often than they're told that they're right. So children whose families chit-chat more tend to hear more feel-good words and affirmations, which have positive effects on their emotions. So I would like to find out a little bit more about how the emotional consequences affect the child, and what are some of those, some things that we can do to combat that. Something else that I need to find a little bit more about is how to discuss the importance of talking to your children with parents. Are there specific strategies that are recommended that parents should use when talking to their kids? Does it matter what the chit chat is about? These are things that I would like to be able to find out more information about so that I could share those with my students' families. My stance, steps, and suggestions. I've always believed that speaking and reading to children is important. Speaking baby talk and not using the correct vocabulary words when referring to something, it doesn't do any favors to a child, and it really hinders their vocabulary. So I think it's important to not only talk to children and to babies, but to use the proper words to start building their vocabulary and helping them understand the meaning of words. So I suggest using proper words for things as much as possible when talking to children, so they learn the correct words, they learn the correct pronunciation, and they learn the meanings of these different words. My stance is that building positive relationships with children is important for their emotional and cognitive learning, and that it's important to build them up instead of tearing them down. So, we've been reading about and learning about the positive effects that positive relationships have. So I just think it's really important to, really work on building those with your students and, helping parents learn how to develop positive relationships with their children as well. So that's my compass points for assignment 7. Thank you guys for watching.